From Langsford to Longbottom. You, well, yes.
What?
Neville Longbottom.
Neville Longbottom, Harry Potter.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. You're sort of Ruth Longbottom as well.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure that's a compliment.
Anyway, so we're going to be talking to the actor Matthew Lewis, who plays Neville in the Harry Potter films, and he's now in the West End, a new play, and it's... well, by the signs of it, it's quite heavy, but it's not. He says it's funny.
You said it sounds heavy, but it's very funny, yeah. Well, we'll ask him all about that. Now, I'm the celebrity gossip later, but first, XFactor. What were this lot all doing in Paris? Has Simon given the heaviest hint yet that he's coming back to the show? And who is the favourite to win? These are all questions that Kian Egan will hopefully ask and answer for us after this.
But don't you know
I'm not voting. 2 votes against District 3, sending them home.
looking like true survivor, feeling like a little kid, a message to the man. Through it all, she offers me protection.
I liked the performance.
Somehow I don't think we'll be losing you this weekend.
Good job, both.
You definitely have to be in the final.
Come on, Ryland.
Yes, and Kian, then we had the situation where we had this poll last week. 75% of people said they would like to see Simon back on the show, and he says...
Well, so apparently Simon Cowell saw the fact that this morning ran a poll saying that, you know, do you want Simon back in the show? And he was delighted to hear that 75% of the people wanted him back in the show. So he tweeted, I would love to. I really miss not being on the show. And then on top of that, we had Amanda Holden, saying that she would love to see Simon Cowell return to the show. We've also had tweets from Danny Minogue saying that, you know, she'd love to return to the show. She wants to bury the hatchet with Sharon Osbourne. So, you know, all the old judges looking for their gig back.
Cheryl, there were rumours that Simon wanted Cheryl back.
Yeah, the Cheryl rumour is back. You know, I think there seems to be more talk about the judges, as always, than there is about the actual contestants.
You feel a bit sorry for the judges who were there doing the job.
Absolutely. It's like, you know, they're getting the chop before the show's even finished. You
well,
know,
listen, I was reading the showbiz
showbiz
pages in The Sun during the week, and you never guess who they mentioned.
Who? Oh, yes, they did. Would you do it?
Oh, listen, I mean, who wouldn't want to be a judge on the XFactor? It's an amazing opportunity, amazing gig, you know. So, yeah, I'd love to be a judge on the XFactor.
Yeah. You see, this is the way we reckon it could look.
Yeah.
You see?
Oh, you're replacing poor old Louis. See, I couldn't do that. There's no way I could do that. That would be the last thing in the world I'd want to do is replace Louis.
You'd be good.
Walsh.
You've got the credentials. You've got all the credentials.
Maybe swap me with Gary Barlow. I think that would be a good job.
I'll replace Louis then. I'm happy. Then that keeps the Irish contingent going. That's as well. So that's.
Well,
that's
we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, you know.
Now, who the bookies are always changing as well.
The bookies are changing crazy. I mean, you know, obviously there's been an awful lot of talk about Ella on the bookies, that she was being #1 tip week in, week out. All of a sudden it's changed over. Jermaine is now top to win the show, or tip to win the show. You know, after his performance last week of Angels, I think everybody kind of went crazy. It's quite interesting what I find. I mean, if you go back to Leona Lewis here as well, I think the same thing is happening. Leona Lewis wasn't talked about for the first 6 weeks of the live shows, and then all of a sudden she came out of nowhere. You know, I think what happens is, when we kind of get down to 6 or 7 acts, we're actually getting to see real talent come through.
I think it's all about the personalities at the beginning, isn't it? And the kind of craziness of it all. And the quieter ones like Leona and Jermaine.
Exactly. They just naturally come up through the wings, and the vocals are the ones that are starting to do the talking then. It's no longer the personality.
On the subject of vocals, guilty pleasures. That is the theme this week.
The theme this week.
So those are the sort of songs that are a wee bit naff and people don't.
It's kind of the ones that you're not supposed to love, but you do love. You know, kind of like the Barbie dolls of the world, that type of thing. You know, like my typical guilty pleasure would be something like this. Bed of Roses, Bon Jovi. Bit of a cheesy song. I know it's a bit rocky, but it is a bit of a cheesy song. You know, a kind of. So it's all down that vein of things. It's like, you know, the songs that you're not supposed to like, but you do. But really
everybody
like.
does.
I would. Oh, Laurie, Alessi Brothers. I'd like to ride my bike with you. You don't know that. Forget it. Okay, right.
Anybody else know that song?
I like a bit of slushy Donny Osmond, a bit of Puppy Love.
No, that astounds me.
I know.
That astounds me. I thought you...
Who would know?
What? And every time I talk about Marie being my pin-up, you mock me.
Well, I didn't say Donnie was my pin-up. I just said that slushy song reminds me of being young and in love before
See
our
him with
time,
Susan
Donnie.
Boyle's one. That was great on Lorraine. But yeah, so then the other big kind of thing that's happened this week as well. So the group song was supposed to be Katy Perry's Last Friday Night. And apparently Jermaine has refused to sing it because it's all about binge drinking. And obviously Jermaine isn't a binge drinker whatsoever. He's completely against that type of behaviour. So he's refused to sing that. So that's an interesting
So does that
thing.
mean they're changing the song, or he's just not in it?
I think they've probably changed the song. I think it was just a topic that came up during the week. Also, what we've seen this week, they've actually given the X-Factors a bit of time off, shall we call it. They've sent them out of London, and they sent them to Disneyland Paris for their 20th anniversary. And there's loads of nice photographs of them with Mickey and Minnie and all that type of stuff. And they all sang a little song there as well. So, you know, it was really, really nice. Apparently, Rylan was the best at speaking the lingo over there in France.
Rylan was he?
Yeah, apparently.
And was it say that the lads from Union J drew a moustache on Chris when he was asleep?
Oh, listen.
How childish.
The old boy band jokes again, you know, always happening. Twilight premiere again this week. You know, we've seen Ella tweeting, are you at Team Jacob or at Team Edward? You know, so the girls are all getting flustered about the whole thing. And she's the only female left in the competition. Can you believe that?
I keep forgetting that.
It's
She's
so
so
crazy.
young and...
Absolutely. Only 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, who have we got? Are we going
We do.
to
We
talk
have a
to some
Skype
of
this
the
week. Hold on,
guys?
we're just going to
Yes.
jump through all of these ones and go straight to the Skype. So, yes, we do. We have Skype. We have Chris and Ella.
Hello, Chris and Ella.
Morning.
How are we?
How was Disneyland then?
It was brilliant. Yeah, we had a fantastic time, didn't we?
It was amazing. I was right in my element.
Ella, we were just saying there, the last girl left in the competition. How
Yeah.
much pressure are you feeling? Or shouldn't I mention that the day before the show?
You know what? I guess there is a lot of pressure now being the last girl, and I do feel like all eyes are on me from like the girls in the public eye. But to be honest, like getting to this point in the competition, I'm just going to enjoy it now, and you've just got nothing to lose. And like we've got the tour to look forward to now next year as well, and you have got to look. Like the final is just so in reach now, and you can see it where you can get to, but it's hard and it's tough, and I think it's just getting a lot more intense now, but I'm loving it, so I'm just going to enjoy
And
every
Chris,
week.
you must be feeling it hard and tough as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the last overstand, and I'm doing it for the overs and doing it for Gary and all my supporters out there. I just want to thank everybody for supporting me. You've been absolutely fantastic.
How are you finding all this negative stuff being thrown at you every week, Chris?
If it was true, Kian, then it would really hurt. But because it's not true, it's water off a duck's back. I mean, it's like, it feels like a bit of a witch hunt now. And you know, I think people forget that, you know, that I've got a family and I've got loyal supporters out there. And it's,
Well, I think hopefully people are starting to see the real side of you now, so don't worry about it too much. Get up there and do your thing.
That's very
Listen,
much.
we're looking forward to hearing your guilty pleasures tomorrow
Indeed.
night.
Can't
Yes.
wait.
You know, I know you're not allowed to tell us that, but I look forward to seeing that. Good luck tomorrow. Enjoy.
Good luck, guys.
Appreciate your time. Thank
See
you
you.
very much.
Bye.
Thank you. So it's interesting, Chris saying a lot of this is not true, but I thought there were bits of boos and hisses from the audience.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because he wasn't in the bottom two last week, and when it kind of got to the time where the bottom two were called out and he got through, the audience booed him. It was quite an interesting
Kian,
situation.
thank you very much
Not at all.
indeed. That's all
As
your
always.
gossip. Here's your competition.